In this video, I'm going to share with you a few of my favorite tips when it comes to how to promote your real estate listings over on Instagram. Hey everybody, Katie Lance here, founder and CEO of Katie Lance Consulting, the Get Social Smart Academy, and author of the book Get Social Smart. It's episode 250 of the Get Social Smart show, and today we are talking all about how you, as a real estate agent, can better promote your listings over on Instagram. Tip number 1, batch create your content. Now, just a few weeks ago, we did a video all about batching, and we will link it here or down there. We will link it for you, and if you have not watched that, please take a few minutes to watch it, because I'm a big believer when it comes to putting out content, whether it's for listings or any of your content, it is way easier and way more efficient to batch create your content. I've said this before, if I'm gonna sit down, do my hair and makeup and create one video, I might as well create a few. So what does this mean for you when it comes to your listings, and more specifically, Instagram? So one of my dear friends, Sue Pinky Benson, we will link her below. She is awesome at this. One of the things that she does is when she's at a listing, she's gonna create a ton of content all in one sitting. She might do a Facebook Live. Now I know we're talking about Instagram here, but she might do a Facebook Live. She might create a couple Instagram stories. She might do an Instagram Live. She might create some content or grab some video content that she's gonna use later for a reel. It's all about when you're at the home, especially for a listing, is there a number of pieces of content that you could capture. Now, I'm sure a lot of you are using professional photography, which is awesome. So the content you capture is not going to replace a professional photographer if you're using a professional photographer, which I always think are worth their weight in gold. But walk around the home, take a few quick little video shots. Maybe it's a couple 2 or 3 second clips of the kitchen, the backyard, the front door. You don't always have to be the one on camera. You could do a quick Instagram Live or a quick Facebook Live. If you're showcasing, giving kind of a little bit of a sneak peek behind the scenes, you could record a couple videos as you're walking through, maybe showcasing a really cool feature like a walk-in closet or just something that's really unique, and maybe that gets turned into a story. The idea here is when you're at that home, is there a number of pieces of content that you can capture? Then you can go back to your office or your home office and create a lot of those. Now, along with this idea of batch creating, a lot of folks have been using Canva to batch create content quickly and easily. Now, we also did a great video all about Canva basics. I will link that below. It's a great watch if you have struggled with using Canva efficiently. I'll give you a quick tip when it comes to batching and Canva. You know, there is kind of a life cycle with a listing, right? It's coming soon, it's just listed, you've got an open house, it's under contract, and it's just sold. Those could be 5 different posts on Instagram. So why not in Canva create a simple template that you can just rinse and repeat, right? So if you've got a new listing, you've got your beautiful photos, why not have a template in Canva that has coming soon, if you're allowed to do coming soon in your market, just listed, open house, under contract, and just sold. That's 5 pieces of content that you could batch create all right out of the gate, and then as you go through that cycle, you're ready to go. Tip number 2, for Instagram specifically, use carousel posts. Create carousel posts. Now, carousel posts on Instagram are those multi-photo posts. You're allowed up to 10 photos in a carousel or multi-photo post. And so we see this a lot with Instagram, where sometimes you might see an educational or informative post, right? Like 10 ways to get your home ready for the market. But specifically when it comes to listings, carousels can be a great way to get your content, to get your listing in front of more and more people. So again, you know, imagine working with either a professional photographer or you go out and take your own photos. Well, you probably have 20, 25, 30 photos or more. Why not pick a few of the best and create a number of carousel posts, right? And the first picture might be the front of the home, or if it's not a great hero shot, maybe that first picture is the backyard or the kitchen. Whatever's the best photo, have that one first. And as a carousel post, one of the reasons why it's valuable to have a carousel post within Instagram is carousel posts are more likely to get seen 2 and sometimes 3 times in the news feed. What do I mean? Okay, well, let me just tell you what I mean. When I'm scrolling through Instagram, if I come across your post, your listing, and it's a carousel post, and let's say I just keep swiping and I don't go and look at it, the next time I'm on Instagram, because you posted a carousel, I am more likely to see your post again. Yeah, your posts show up 2, sometimes 3 times in the news feed for people, for your followers. I may not just see the first photo in that carousel, but I might see the second or third. So as your listing strategy for Instagram, have a few carousel posts, and then make sure when you create a carousel post, and really any post in your feed on Instagram, that you're sharing that from your feed over to your story, right? From your feed over to your story. And you can share every piece of that carousel from your feed over to your story. So if you've got a carousel post on a Monday with 5 great photos, your story on Monday could be the first photo from that carousel. Your story on Tuesday could be the second photo, etc., etc. Okay, so create those carousel posts. Tip number 3, share your behind the scenes on your Instagram stories. So as I said in the first tip, when you are at that listing, you're going to be batching, recording a lot of content, right? So you might have a quick little clip of you walking through the house, or maybe you are sitting there and you're working with a stager and they're getting things ready. Your stories are a great way to connect with your existing followers, your existing connections. So it doesn't have to be a 10-minute story. It could be a 30-second, just a little behind the scenes. It could be the day that you put the sign in the front yard, or as you're putting your cookies out for your first open house. It doesn't have to be overly complicated, but remember, the stories are your behind the scenes. So use the stories as a way to share content from your feed over to your stories, but also create some unique stories where you're on camera, right? You can always use a filter if you'd like. Have fun with it, and use some of the fun filters that are within Instagram stories and fun features, right? You might use some of the different features, like the little emoji sticker where you have the little emoji sticker slider, or you might use the poll sticker, or you might use a fun GIF or GIF to showcase something fun in the house. So have it fun, but remember, use your Instagram stories to showcase that behind the scenes of your listing. Tip number 4, utilize Instagram Live. This is a feature that I feel like is really underutilized within Instagram. So some of you might be doing Facebook Lives. Maybe you're doing virtual open houses through Facebook. We saw a lot of this, especially during the height of the pandemic. But guess what? A lot of clients still really love virtual open houses, because that means less people actually traipsing through their home. So Facebook Live could be a great opportunity, but not everybody's on Facebook. We see more and more people who are kind of backing away a little bit from Facebook and are super active over on Instagram. When you go live on Instagram, you automatically are going to get more exposure, not just for that Instagram Live, but for all of your content. If you've been on Instagram recently and you're scrolling through your feed, if you see one of your followers is live, it's right up at the top. So at the top of your feed, you'll see those little bubbles across the top, those little circles, those are your stories. When you're live, you automatically go to the front. And oftentimes, a lot of people don't go live because they're live. It's a little nerve-wracking, right? But guess what? An Instagram Live is a great way to showcase a listing. It's a great way to just give people a sneak peek. It doesn't have to be a full home tour, but it could be a quick 2 or 3 minute sort of behind the scenes. And then guess what? Once you're done being live, Instagram will ask you, do you want to save this? So you can save that recording to Instagram. Right now it's called Instagram TV, but if you've been following some of the changes with Instagram is changing what they're calling different video formats. So by the time this video comes out, it may have changed to a different name. But just know, with your Instagram Lives, you can save that recording to your feed. You can share that recording to your stories, and it's a great way, again, to get additional exposure for your listing. All right, tip number 5, create an Instagram Reel. I would be remiss if I didn't talk about Instagram Reels in this video, because Instagram Reels right now are one of the best ways to expand your reach beyond people that already are connected to you, right? It's one of the easiest ways to really expand your reach and expand your sphere. Now, I know when it comes to Instagram Reels, it can feel a little daunting, a little intimidating, because it's new. And if you've ever played with Instagram Reels, it can feel a little confusing of what buttons to push and what not. And do I have to be the dancing realtor who's pointing and dancing? No, not at all. In fact, you don't even have to be on camera. Let me give you a quick tip on how to create a great Instagram Reel for your listing. The quick tip is, again, you don't have to be on camera. So when you're at that listing and you're batch creating some of your content, you're batch recording some of your content, take out your phone and record a number of short clips. Take a 2-second video clip of the kitchen, 2 seconds of the backyard, 2 seconds of one of the bedrooms, 2 seconds of one of the closets. So now you've got 5 or 6 quick 2 or 3 second short clips on your phone, right? Are you with me so far? All right, go to Reels, open up Reels, find a fun song that you love. You might even find a trending song that you love. Pick that trending song, and then all you have to do is upload. You're gonna swipe up and you're gonna upload each one of those clips. So now you've got Instagram Reels, you find your music, you upload each one of those clips, and if you want to get fancy and add some text on your screen, you can do that. If that intimidates you, that's okay. You can have just the images, just the video with the music, and then in your caption, just put something like, hey, this just came on the market. Take a quick peek. If you're interested in all the details, comment below or message me, right? And now you create something fun and upbeat and interesting, right? Because it's a few quick clips and some fun music, and now you create something that's going to get a few hundred, maybe even a few thousand views. You can share that reel over to your story, you can share that to your clients, etc., etc. So many fun things that you can do when it comes to Instagram specifically for your listings. Now, if you're listening to this going, okay, Katie, I need to get a handle on everything Instagram, I would encourage you to download our free Insta Guide. We created this many years ago and recently just updated it because there's so many new things that are happening with Instagram. So go to katielance.com/Insta Guide, katielance.com/Insta Guide to download it. And if you enjoy our content, you enjoy our videos, we would love if you'd hit the subscribe button and the bell button because we have new videos that come out each and every week. All right, I would love to hear from you. Are you active on Instagram? Let me know in the comments below. And for more tips, tools, and strategies on all things Instagram, all things social media, give me a follow. I'm at Katie Lance, and we'll see you next time. Bye for now.